I started developing e-learning resources for our core courses in 2016-2017 with the excellent support of our faculty e-learning team. We used 360-degree videos to immerse our students into authentic classroom management scenarios, to let them learn how to make decisions as a school teacher when their students are misbehaving in class. And from then onwards, I've used different technologies, including AI and VR, to enhance our students' learning experience. Then came the pandemic, which has really led us to rethink what it means by teaching innovation and how virtual teaching and learning can be like. At first, we might just be thinking about how we can continue to teach and get our students engaged by doing group discussions in our online lessons. We were all desperate to find out which online tools we could use to substitute what we have been doing over the past 10-20 years in a face-to-face setting. But that's not it, because teaching innovation is not just about using some sort of technology in our lessons, but it should be about redesigning or transforming students' learning experience with the right combination of pedagogy and technology. For example, in one of the core courses that I teach, our Year 2 undergraduate students had to design a lesson plan for the first time in life. After teaching the course for a few years, my colleague and I realized that students from different classes seemed to be asking similar questions and running into very similar problems. So instead of repeating our answers and reminders, which no one could remember, we developed an AI chatbot with the faculty e-learning team. The chatbot could walk our students through the key components of designing a lesson plan. This AI-based e-learning resource allowed our students to engage in self-directed learning and actively attend to some common misconceptions that were shared among our previous batches of students. But I didn't just ask them to use the chatbot at home. I used it with this pedagogy called productive failure to arouse students' learning motivation and make their use of the chatbot more meaningful. I first exposed them to a challenging task and let them experience some setbacks by asking them to design a lesson plan in groups before teaching them anything about lesson plans. Lots of them didn't even know how a typical lesson plan looks like, and the questions they had in mind, the challenges they encountered, aroused their curiosity over the topic. I then taught them the relevant theories in class, and along the way, I constructed some formative assessment tasks on Padlet, so they could try to apply the theories into practice bit by bit and learn from each other as I went through their work in class. I wanted them to work together in teams so they could learn from their peers. But the problem is, lots of our students didn't want to turn on their cameras and microphones even in breakout rooms for different reasons. Poor family conditions, computer models being too old, or simply being too shy. So to cater for our students' diverse needs, I created this virtual learning space on Zoom channel, which allowed them to discuss the different tasks within their group through text messages, as if they were on WhatsApp. And the special thing here was that I could step in to facilitate their discussion and make sure that everyone was on task without the need to share our personal contacts. I would also ask them to revisit their initial lesson plan and try to refine it after learning a new theoretical concept. All these paved their way to eventually use the AI chatbot to construct a proper lesson plan for their group assignment. The chatbot could guide them to consider some key issues in designing a lesson plan. For example, the alignment between learning objectives and the design of learning activities, which students always overlook. In this manner, students could clear a lot of the basic queries in their own time before turning to the teacher for a more in-depth discussion during the consultation meetings. This example shows how I combined technology-enhanced pedagogy with customized e-learning resources to redesign students' learning experience. It also highlights the need to customize the design of e-learning resources based on students' needs and how synergizing pedagogy and technology can actually provide an effective means for catering to student diversity in the new normal. Our next step is to consider technology, pedagogy, and learning spaces as one and leverage the combined affordances to bring our virtual teaching and learning to the next level.